Um, Welcome back to my page. I haven't really been on here much because I have a life and I have a lot of things going on. I'm very busy taking care of my daughter, as you know, with her multiple sclerosis. My mom was such a good mom. She did mostly everything because at the time I wasn't feeling too good either. So my mom was doing the most, and I went over there every now and then and helped out. The dishes cleaned, the kids' room, get cussed out and leave. So I just wanted to tell a story about, like I said, this is all about stories of my life, things that I've been through with other people, etc., etc. You know, I don't really care about implicating other people because they don't care about the respect that they give and don't give to other people. So I know a lot of people are going through this in life, and I'm not the only one because we've been talking about the fact that people are mentally draining. People are mentally draining. They're being very difficult for absolutely no reason at all. You mind your business, you're at peace, you keep to yourself, and here they come. I don't understand it. Here they come with their nonsense, with their problem, and telling you how you are and how you're talking to them, and it's just a whole bunch of scenarios. I'm just gonna start off with this one. Okay. Haven't seen my cousin in years. Since, the 90s. I've always knew her. High and by, you got your own friends, I got mine. Plus, there's a big gap in the age difference. Um, I think she's like 44, or I don't know, it's a different age, difference or whatever. And like I know a lot of my cousins, but they don't personally know me. They keep saying they know me and they don't. They just been around me and they seen me once in a while and didn't see me again for years. And some of them never been around me. They just heard of my reputation with me and my friends. Like we were always outside. I was a adolescent at once, teenager. I grew up and I was always fighting, always getting into trouble with school. I was part of the bad girls. I was part of the bad girl group. But I always was a nice person. The other girls would come up to me and be like, "Can you please, tell your cousin to leave me alone, don't fight, whatever." And I would squash all that, and be like, "Leave that girl alone." But I had moments when people would bother me, and I just had to defend myself. I grew up having to defend myself a lot. So I don't know anybody. I come and go. I mind my business. I worked my whole life. I don't even know my neighbors. I just mind my business to that point. I would leave my neighborhood and go into town to a whole nother neighborhood, and then I would come home. I bump into people randomly that I've known and I seen once in a while. Like I said, don't know their birthday, don't know their middle name. I just know that their name is this, and I know who they are as a family or friend. Knowing somebody is being with them for days, living with them, eating with them, experiencing things, going places with them, and just having fun, good and bad. It's not just knowing of a person because my cousin lived with you, so I know you. So every time I see you in the future and we starting to get to know each other, you keep coming at me saying things that don't match up, like saying, "Oh, why you always so this? Why you always so that? Why you mad? Why you getting smart and all this?" Nobody's getting smart. It's just how you take it. And I guess you're thinking about how I was when I was a teenager, or a younger adult, when we all had smart mouths. And what I'm saying, I always been me. I never been a disrespectful person. I gave what was given. I always would consider it. I always observed everything. While my other friends were off doing other things, I would be there, but I would be in another side doing my own thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't like drama. I don't like toxicity. I don't like arguing. So I told her one day, she's like, "Do you want an icy?" I said, "Yeah, I want an icy. Go get me an icy." "What kind?" I said, "I don't even care, red or grape. I like the red, but grape, I like grape. So it don't matter between those two." You know what I'm saying? And she ran off, came back, and she handed me an orange one, and I saw grape ones in there, and I didn't say nothing. I just was like, "Nah, I don't want that." And I was like, "I'll take the grape though." And I said I wanted grape or red, so it don't matter. I'll take that. And she just started blowing up. It was like, "Oh, and all right then." And I said, "Calm down. Why are you being so hard on yourself? I said that I would take the grape one or the red one. If you was listening to me, you would have heard me say that." And then she said, "Oh, why you always getting so smart?" And I tried to tell her 5 times. I said, "I'm not getting smart. I'm telling you, stop being so hard on yourself because you are. It's okay that you got the grape because I like grape flavor anyways. I told you that already, but you was." So do you know that that whole thing led to an argument, to the point where she kept saying stuff to me, and I said, "Listen, if I wanted to be mad, I would show you mad." I said, "So now I am mad." So I started walking towards her, saying things that I don't mean to say, and things about what I would do to her and show her that I'm not scared of her. Why does it have to go that way? If you love me and I love you, why are we talking to each other this way? You don't think that maybe that's a problem? You don't think that maybe something's wrong with that picture? Like, you won't even allow me to say it's okay. I did want that kind anyways, but you're just so always ready to argue with people and be mad that you didn't even know that. So you can walk by. It's not like that with other people do it. It's realness. They like real authentic shit. So yeah, and I just be respectful of people. It's like they just keep on trying to make me argue with them. So I said, you know what? Now I am getting smart. Okay, now I am, because I'm tired of you with your negativity. I was reading my Bible verses, and here she comes gossiping about people. That's very disrespectful and inconsiderate. I don't know if you guys think it is, but I think it is. So I'm like, oh my goodness, why isn't this girl seeing what she's doing? Trying not to say nothing. I'm just saying to myself, why doesn't she see what she's doing? Why doesn't she see that she's being rude and disrespectful? Invading my space and being negative, things that I'm trying to do. Why she's doing this? So once again, I tried again. I talk to myself to see how to say things to people, to see if they're the problem and if I'm the problem, because I know they are. So I said, let me try this again. I said, you don't see what I'm doing right here? You hear this man talk about God and, I'm saying, the near DE and the NDEs. I'm into this stuff. If you're not, that's your business. I didn't come to your house. I didn't come to your room invading your privacy, because I was in my whole room while she's talking, and I kept nicely saying, I'm watching this, I'm watching this, I'm watching this. She's not caring at all. So at this point, I know that I'm not the disrespectful one, because I'm not the one who's invading no one's privacy. I'm not the one that someone's telling that they're trying to watch something about God, and you're being disrespectful. Ain't nothing but the devil. Only devils do stuff like that, because anybody else would have been like, oh, okay, let me give you your respect and get out of here. I'll talk to you later. That did not happen. Every time I'm trying to watch something, she comes doing that, and I'm starting to think that the devil that hates me is in her now. And he's coming around, traveling around over here persistently, making sure that he ruins my day. You get what I'm saying? And I'm trying to teach her about it, but she gets disrespectful by the minute. Trying to teach her about the spiritual world and how devil makes you do things and you don't know you're doing it. I went through it too. All she keeps focusing on is the fact that she keeps on belittling me and saying stuff about my character and personality. Meanwhile, you're doing substances. You get what I'm saying? I don't say nothing about that. You drink every day. You do the, drugs every day. I don't say the word and all that. And I don't care. I don't judge nobody. I know everybody that does that, and they respect me though, and they don't treat me that way. Everybody's different. I know lawyers and doctors, Indian chiefs that do that stuff. We know everybody that, are on some type of substance somewhere. It's the way they handle it and how they treat people. And I just started noticing that she just keeps going off on me and just keeps saying these things about me and never been around me, and keeps saying, I know you, Nisha. I know you. No, you don't. We did not have a conversation when your friend lived with me. She only went to see you guys, and I never went with her. I only went over there one day because somebody did something, and I went to see what was going on, and you came out, and I said hi, and you were acting funny. And I'm the type of person that tells people how I feel to their face. So I said, you were acting like you didn't even like me, or that you didn't even know me at that moment. And she said, no, she wasn't, but I remember everything. We know things that bothered us. So, seeing her one day going to the store, and I was like, why don't you come over and chill with me one day? I ain't seen you, don't even really know you too much like that. I just know you're my cousin. So how do she know me and keep on being persistent that I'm getting smart with her? Who told you that I have a smart mouth? You get what I'm saying? Who been through something with you and involved me? Because you never experienced none of these things for yourself. Soon as I got back up with her, since not seeing her since 1999 or 2023, she instantly knew me. That don't make sense, right? You don't know me, cousin or not. And I told my mother, I said, Mom, do we know all of our cousins? Do you know all of your cousins? Do you know all auntie and uncle's children? She said, all I know is that they're my cousins. I don't know nothing personal about them. I said, Mommy, when you were on substance abuses, did it mess up your brain? Did it have you bugging out on people and forgetting stuff and being argumentative? She said, yes. And she got so mad. She said, yes, it do. Yes. And it messed mine up. She was so mad the way she said it, because she's feeling me now and she's starting to understand the things I go through. I said, it's like they don't want to admit it. They don't want me to even say it, but they want to say these belittling things about me to me. And then if I have company, they'll say these things in front of the company. I had a person over here one day that we were trying to get to know each other, and he kept telling me things about myself that wasn't true. And then here she comes with her non-true statements about myself, adding it into the fuel to the fire, and messed up my whole friendship with this person by coming over here saying things that they should have never been saying, because I've never been in a situation with this person to ever have showed them that I have a guard up. You know what I'm saying, Evie? You can talk, because they do this. I never had a guard up. I just was like, come chill with me. It's about to be Christmas, New Year's. I want to have fun, because next year I don't want drama. You keep coming over here telling me about people that I never met. And
it's jealousy.
Yes, yo. And I'm like, she came off out of nowhere and said, Shamaya don't like you. And I'm like, what, Shamaya? This is a girl that I don't even know. This is one of the girls that hung with her.
They don't like to see another person happy. Misery likes company, and then they just try to bring you down with them.
Yep, that was over there together. So I'm like, how this girl don't like me? I don't know her. I just know that Aisha that lived with me was best friends with the girl. And now Janet coming over here telling me something all of a sudden. Then she came over here saying that the girl said that she ordered my book and I didn't give it to her, which is a lie. Because man said that the girl took a picture with the book, posted it on Facebook, and said this is the book that I ordered from LANISHA Daniels. So I'm like, what is going on? Why is Janet doing this? Then she'll come over here talking about the person who's here and other people that we're related to. And all I kept saying was, Janet, please, I'm in a different space right now. I don't like bad energy. I don't like toxic drama. And keep coming over here doing it, and it's doing something.
Maybe because she knows that y'all not related, so she mad.
I don't know. She's related to my cousins, and they're cousins of cousins. Cousins of cousins. But there's no reason to be mad. We're all related in God's eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we was talking about that yesterday. She's related to my cousins. My cousins are her cousins. You know what I'm saying? It be like that sometimes. So she's considered family. But that doesn't give no reason to be disrespecting me and keep jumping down my bones and coming off, I'm talking to my guy friend, which is none of her business, and he was wrong about everything he was doing. And she gonna just come over here at 2:30 in the morning knocking on my door, basically walked in, mind you, and I didn't open it. She walked in because I wasn't gonna open it, and told me not to. And, me and him was talking about his disrespect towards me, and she didn't even know. She just came out of nowhere and said, Nisha always doing, she has a guard. And I'm like, what are you doing? And then he was like, oh, yeah, finally somebody who agrees with me. I said, agree with what? Agree with what? She's not minding her business. She don't even know what we're talking about. I was talking to him about disrespecting me in my house. When I let him and his brother come here, you know what I'm saying, and I want respect, and nobody should be doing none of this. And then here she comes with her negativity and started getting him started. So I said, here she go. Always coming over here talking about everybody in his projects and still be hanging with them. That's how I ended up meeting some of them. But one of them wants to hang out with me, and I don't want that. She's like, I'm going to be over there. I'm going to come hang with you. Yeah, she talked too much. She's disrespectful. She's a problem, and she doesn't see it. My name is such and such. Nice to meet you. I say, yeah, I heard about you. I know things about you that you probably don't even think I know, but I'm not about to tell you because that's what I don't do. But I heard about you because y'all are always arguing and fighting. You know what I'm saying? So I said, please don't bring that over to my house. I said, that energy that you telling me about, you're bringing it over here. And she's yelling at me, oh, so you trying to say I'm a problem? You get what I'm saying? Nobody said none of that. Then she just jumped to another conclusion and said, all right, well, I'll leave and I'll never come back. And at that point, I wanted to say, well, do it then, because I don't care. I'm trying to tell you that the energy that you came over here bringing to me, that other people were so-called doing to you, now you're that. And now you're the person who's doing all those things that you said these people were doing to you. You're bringing to me. She just still doesn't understand it. She don't understand it, and she probably never will. Just like the neighbor said that she would never get it. It was her that he was basically talking about. I said, she don't get that she's the problem. He said, you know what? The sad thing is, I felt so bad when doing that story. He said she never will. And I was like totally in agreement. Because people who are doing the stuff she does never gonna see that they're wrong. But they'll tell you that you're wrong for all sorts of stuff. Meanwhile, doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing to themselves. But you can't say nothing to them though. That's a narcissist and a manipulator right there. That's a narcissist and manipulator in lie full effect. You know what I'm saying? So, second thing she did a lot of things. Second thing she did, I was just trying to get to somebody, because they were doing something for me and I was doing something for them. and it was a disagreement, and I didn't know what was going on. So I was like, "Can you just bring me to my car?" Anybody would want their car. So don't need to know the story. I'm not bringing you to your car until you hang up with the person on the phone that you're talking to because they're irritating me. What? And I was like, but y'all do this all the time and y'all be bad friends. I think more important is my car. Like, if it was you, I think that it would be more important for me to bring you to your car instead of pulling over and then saying that I'm not going nowhere until you hang up your phone from with her. She was banging all on her steering wheel and all type of stuff. And I was like, yeah, you are a problem and you do not see it. But I was the problem. She was arguing with me in the car, trying to take me out my character, and I kept saying, just bring me to where I got to go, and I'm getting out this car, just bring me where I got to go, trying not to be disrespectful and rude, because she was talking over, and nobody knew who was saying what. I was trying to let the person on the other end know I didn't care what was going on, I just need to know, because certain places I can't be around, because people, calling police and stuff, saying on me. So, I'm saying, I don't want nothing that belonged to me at the people place where they call the cops on me. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So she's not being helpful. She's being very mean. And then, but you doing all of this, and then 2 minutes later, wanted the girl to come to her house and help her because she knows that we're doing things together. That's jealousy and envy. Because you knew you didn't have it. You just told me that she tried to fight you outside and said that you said I'll smack you and that you went like this to her and everybody outside was laughing. I said she did that. She's like, yeah, I'm not effing with her again. So come on, man, make up your mind. I say I'm not effing with people again, yes, but unless they change, right? I say it every day. Unless they change or they can act right, I don't want that negativity in my life. She's a very negative person, and she's a very judgmental person that doesn't see it. She'll tell you all type of stuff about yourself that you need to do. Meanwhile, she'll be drinking 3 beers, have 5 nips, and a whole 8 ball of cocaine up her nose. Don't mean to say it to be smart, but some things people need to be told. Like, ain't nobody saying nothing to you about doing that, though, right? Nobody's saying you need to stop doing this. Nobody's saying you shouldn't have moved out your place into with a man because all they gonna do is do what's going on now. Then you came over here and took that out on me. So I said, go get the kids and bring them in. That's another thing. That because I wanted something my business, and you didn't want to go, she gonna come get her kids at 3, 4 in the morning and take them because all I wanted her to do is bring me to where I was trying to get to meet up with the person who had my car. You know what I'm saying? Because we had business taken care of, and like I said, nobody needs to know everything. But I would have just brought you to the person. You get what I'm saying? You're arguing with the person. You took your kids, lost my remote, had my remote all night, so we was uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because we couldn't use the other TV. This is the stuff I go through. So, in that same minute, you want the person to come to your house and stay there and help you do whatever when you just said that you didn't want that person around no more, and you're not bringing me to this person unless I hang up the phone. So right there, what is that called? Confused?
No, that's a narcissist.
Thank you. A narcissist in trying to tell me that I have a guard up. How is that a bad thing? Of course
They trying to control every fucking situation, but they can't control their own.
Right.
Fuck out of here.
Every time I have an opinion about something, I'm offensive.
Period.
Every time I speak, because she's the only one who can talk, I'm being rude. She won't let you talk. Everybody else is saying it, that she talk a lot, and she won't let you get a word in. And when you do, she'll be like, "Oh, you do know that it's a two-way conversation." I said, "That's what I'm trying to tell you." But it's okay for her to cut you off when you're totally in the middle of an important conversation too. And then she'll run on to more and more and more different situations.
No, she get cut off.
And you'll never be able to say what you're trying to say, but you're the problem. So last night, I was telling her, I'm trying to do something. If you're my real friend, y'all know we go through this on YouTube because I see Rebecca Journey, and girl, I'm going to try to sign into that thing and try to vote. I didn't see it till this morning, so I might be too late. So to vote for you to host the thing, the show thing, the contest. But we complain about friends and family not supporting us, right? Just subscribe to my page. I said, just subscribe to my page since you're always here. In my mind, I'm like, since you're always here being negative, feeding me all this stuff and getting on my nerves and ruining my days, can you make yourself useful? I didn't say that to her. I said everything nice. Could you sign into my YouTube? That's all I asked her. Sign into your YouTube and subscribe to my page because she's been around me for about a year and knows me a lot and haven't seen me since, like I said, we was kids. And she just was making a big thing out of it. Oh, I'm trying to do. I said, are you having a hard time? Can I do it for you? I said, because I haven't been on my YouTube channel in a while, and I'm trying to just do a little video on there real quick, just real quick. But I also have a time in. My phone is charging, and I want to watch something on TV. You know, it's my business if I have things in order that I want to do. Everybody has a certain thing that they do. They're going to cook dinner at 5. They're going to have a cup of coffee at 6, a snack at 8. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't have to explain that to nobody. So I said, she kept saying something. I don't know what she was saying, Evie, to make me say what I said. I said, I'll do it for you because you're having a hard time. It seemed like, and I'm on a timely thing. It's not about me not being able to wait for you, but it seemed like you're having a difficult time. And I said, in like 20 minutes went by. So she got an attitude and left. So at that moment, I said, you know what? I don't want to deal with her no more. I didn't tell her. I'm going to let her find out. Because telling people things I learned is also a problem. Because they're going to argue with you about that. So before that, she came over here talking nonstop while I was doing a YouTube video again. Talking to God again, doing my stuff with God. I talk to him. I read the Bible. I mind my business. And I watch things about him.
That's the devil walking.
Yep, and the devil keep coming. So, you know, she talking, and I'm like, you know, I don't want to be mean because she's always already lying to me about me, that I'm offensive and that I'm so mean and that I got smart mouth. All these things that she got. She's projecting her own energy and ways onto poor little old me. So her son broke my candle, my glass candle, because she putting them down, letting them walk around, and everybody knows not to let nobody do that in my house. So I feel violated. That one right there, that's why it's there. Because it has no glass. Remember the candles I had?
Yeah.
It's like I got to change my house around too for people. So do you get what I say? And these people, not my friends, they don't be around for every day. And I know I'm not wrong. You should not lose anything for a person who's not even your girlfriend and not in your life. Even if they are your girlfriend, you shouldn't lose. But you can take chances with them and say, okay, I'm going to deal with her because she's been in my life since we was 12 and ain't never did nothing wrong. It's her first time, you know, having a moment. You get what I'm saying, y'all? We don't just kick people out of our lives forever after one mistake. I let people come back after everything because I'm like Jesus and I love people. I'm just like God, and that's exactly how I am. I just love unconditionally. You could do anything to me. Hi. Yeah, that's Evie. You guys could do anything to me, and I still, for some reason, will still forgive you and feel bad for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to go to heaven. I just was teaching her about that because she doesn't want to forgive people, and I didn't want to forgive either. Neither one of us want to forgive our baby daddies for leaving us for dead and stuff like that. But I found out I had to because it was killing me inside. I was looking drained. The glow was gone. I wasn't my beautiful self no more, and I seen it. And I didn't like it, and I said something's not right. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. All I was doing was crying. I wanted to go hurt him. I wanted to do things to the house. I wanted to do things to other people's houses, and people was giving me ideas of what I should go do and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I told her, you have to forgive. If not, you will.
It was their spirits because we fucked them. It was their spirits inside of us doing that shit to other people.
Yep.
It wasn't us.
Yep, we dealt with brothers. This brother hit me up the day of my cousin's funeral out of nowhere. I told y'all this story and moved it, and he asked me, was I written in a room? And I think he heard my daughter say, everybody, my mom said hi. She said, it's a bunch of guys on my car, and I'm trying to leave. I said, oh, that's all the cousins. Tell them I say hi. 10 minutes later, I get a call from this dude asking me, am I still written rooms? And I never told him I was written rooms, Evie. So then his brother comes, and I said, okay, yeah, he could come. I introduced myself to him. They already known each other, so we started hanging. I don't do nothing in life. I should be able to have fun. I isolated myself, and I'm under solitary confinement due to the spiritual journey that I'm on. So when I went to Janet's house, that's when I bumped into Evie, who's already been at my house back in 2006. I just didn't know. She was there with my daughter, or whatever. No, 2008, 10, I don't know what it was, but she was at one of my old houses on Bristol Street in Springfield, Mass, put it that way. And she said she never saw me because I was working or something, and I was married.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's when I was working third shift and stuff.
When I first met Tasia, and like, really, and she let me stay because of the situation. Mm-hmm. And she had my back. Like, that's what family do. But these niggas ain't shit.
I was letting a lot of people stay with me because of situations, and you're right. So, you know, things went on. They started telling they aunt to tell me stuff that this girl did that I already thought they did. So I guess they lied and said, okay, since she thinks that we're just gonna tell her that the girl took the key to my house to give him so he could come into my house, but it wasn't never true. I don't know. But anyways, you're not supposed to hold grudges and you're not supposed to hate people and stay mad at people. I don't care. I'm going to heaven. So people could do what they want. So when her son broke my candle, fast forwarding, that got taken out on me too. When I said, Janet, you can't just leave that glass there on my rug. I just brought this rug and I have, children that come over here. And what if they cut themselves? I ended up cutting my foot. She left in a rush mad. She's been doing this to me ever since she's been coming over to my house since last year of the summer when I seen her and started trying to get to know her. First, she was arguing with all the girls out here coming over here telling me about it. And now she's doing it. So do you get what I'm saying? It's very sad. And I know that I'm not perfect and I know I'm no angel, but I am working on myself and I'm the best person that I could be right now because I don't do drugs. I'm not a drinker. I have wine and don't even sip on it. I don't smoke cigarettes. I've tried smoking cigarettes, but they're not for me. I like to smoke my green, and everybody out here do that. But I don't do any other type of substances, and I don't have nothing against people who do. All I care about is the way people treat me. I don't care what you do. I take you in as a friend. I don't care if you prostitute on Saturday and Sundays and smoke on Friday and Saturday, crack cocaine, whatever meth you want to do. If you're a good person and you treat me right, that's all I want. And if you want help, I will give you help, but I'm not going to condemn you, and I'm not going to also be around the negativity and drama toxic that starts happening. I'm going to disappear, and I will talk to you later because I'm going to love you, but I'm not going to let nobody bring me down. You get what I'm saying?
I need a ride.
So, we about to leave in a minute.
Oh, I'm talking to that little girl.
Yep. Okay, yeah, because I do need to go get something, though, from the Dollar Tree. So yeah, that's what's been going on, and right now I'm trying to like get more subscribers because I'm
too blessed to be stressed.
Yep, I'm too blessed. I'm already on 564 subscribers, so and I need 1,000 in order to start getting paid or whatever. I'm trying, so I haven't been doing a lot of video because I feel like for what? Nobody's really there for me. The devil is hard after me because I'm a chosen one and I'm a great person. I'm here to help and take care of others. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to put nobody down. I'm not here to call nobody and start trouble with them just because my baby daddy dissed me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling nobody to start trouble with them just because my baby daddy not doing nothing to help out. I'm not doing none of that. And I never did. I just want the respect that I give. You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling nobody to ask them anything so I could start arguing with them. I just went through it with another person that I'm not gonna bring up because we know our children, we love our children, but my daughter just be bugging out too. She called and asked me what did I cook, and this is funny. And I just was like, nothing. I'm on my computer right now. I ain't trying to cook nothing. I'm thinking she's happy, joking with me. And I'm like, I'm trying to put my pictures off my phone into my computer so I can change the background on my YouTube. Girl, I'm trying to get money. I ain't cooking nothing. And she's like, Dad, girl, you supposed to cook something for me. And I'm thinking that we still both on the same level. So I'm like, okay, well, I ain't cooking nothing right now. And I said, but, I was trying to tell her that I was about to cook, but she just started spazzing out on me and yelling at me and saying that I went left, that all she did was call me and ask me if I cook, and I started going left, and she recorded me lies. Because how did I go left? I was trying to say I didn't cook nothing, but I'm cooking now. Y'all understand me, right? Because y'all mind ain't blown. Like, I'm making some Italian sausages now with the stewed tomatoes and peppers and onions and the mozzarella cheese, She didn't even give me a chance to say that. She kept saying, no, you didn't say that. No, you didn't say that. Because I didn't say that. I was trying to, and you won't give me a chance. And every time I tried to tell her that's what I was trying to say, she kept yelling over me even more, saying that she recorded me. And this situation was weird, right, Evie? They don't even watch my channel, so I don't even care. I'm gonna talk about them. They're not interested in nothing. They're just interested in arguing and fighting and being disrespectful. But she just kept trying to make it seem like I called her and I started something with her. I said, this is getting weird and I don't want to do this. Why are you yelling? Why are you bugging? Like, something's not right with you. And I was like, are you mad? Taking it on me because you mad at your friend or whatever? You know what I'm saying? And then that got her mad. Oh, why you no it's that. So I said, here she go again. Now she's gonna try to use that. So you know what? I said bye because I don't like being hung up on. It's disrespectful. And if somebody doesn't hang up and still keep trying to belittle you and hurt you, and you're trying to hang up, just hang up on them because that's not hanging up on them. Just say bye, I love you, but I'm hanging up because I'm not trying to go through this, and that's what I did. Because as you see, and as I see, and I know my life, that all people do is F with me. I'm on a spiritual journey. I'm a work in progress. I'm working on myself little by little, day by day. I'm not perfect. I never said I was, and I don't strive to be perfect. I am accepting the Lord Jesus Christ into my life and God like I always have since a child. I've been saved since I was a little girl. I didn't know I didn't have to keep going in the line. So I repent and I always ask God to forgive me, and I forgive all of those who have ever harmed me or had intentions on harming me because you didn't. I'm good, you know. So this is going to be a short video because I'm going to come back on later and do another one. So peace, love, and blessings to everybody. Much love. I will be back later on with another story to tell you guys. So have a good evening. I get some glasses. Look at me. But good night, everybody. And I will be back on here, as I said, later.